when you can stop living as the victim of what the mind has created and start to live as a free being, your whole outlook on life changes. The way we are living in unconscious ways is we are a prisoner to what the mind has created as a false reality. And when you can start to be aware of those false beliefs and the way that the mind has tricked us to think that some of those things are true, we can start to be aware that the belief system is just the mind that is attached to the subconscious past, to the subconscious moments that we did not like, that was suppressed. And when you are more in alignment with who you are right here and now and living in the present moment and starting to be more spiritual, connected to something greater, and living in elevated states, you are no longer consumed by the old moments and the false reality that the mind has created. How many of you have ever said hello to someone you thought was attractive, walked by them, and they stonewalled you or didn't say hello back? And by the next time that you see that person, you're angered by them. You don't like them anymore, or they just rubbed you the wrong way because they didn't say hello back. How many of you have ever experienced that? Or you send a text to somebody you're interested in that you think is very physically attractive, and you think, well, there's a possibility this person may like me back. And they ghosted you or never ever replied in the first place. And how did that make you feel when that happened? What it is that didn't pass through your body. That went in the body. You didn't like what that moment did to you, feeling wise. And you're like, I don't have what it takes to handle that. So it gets suppressed. So every relationship that comes after that, there's a fear there. We're living in the fear and the worry that this person is going to reject me. Why can't they like me for who I am? What do I need to change about myself to make them like me? So then you play games. So then you try to manipulate the outer world so you can feel safety. So then you try to change the way you act so that the way that they look at you changes. You realize that you don't need to do that anymore. And when you are in the present, you can live in elevated states of positive energy and observe that thing, it's okay. And if that person doesn't like me back, that's okay. And you realize that you've been prisoner to a false reality. And each one of those life moments, the breaking up with that partner or them splitting up with you and it not sitting well with you, that's a bar in the jail that you are currently living in. And all of those relationships or people that treated you poorly or rubbed you the wrong way, those are all the bars to what you are prisoner to. And when you can learn to look at it, that is a reality that existed, you can't change reality. You start to live in acceptance. You are elevating your inner vibration to that of somebody who lives in elevated states and chooses to accept that. You choose to accept that that person ghosted you. You choose to accept that you and that girl or man, it didn't work out for a reason. And accepting is not being delusional about it. It's willing to allow what is to be. And that happened, but it doesn't create who I am now. And you start to change the belief system to treating other people poorly in relation to that past event. You start to live in freedom. You start to live with love and joy and peace for your current life. The belief system changes. See, you can accept and allow reality to be what it is, and you're no longer living in a false reality that women that look like that ghost me, or men that are that attractive ghost me, or that person's not going to give me a job opportunity because I feel like they're very strict, or they have a vibe that they don't like me. See, what you need to do is ask yourself a question every time you tell yourself this. And how many of you are living telling yourself, I can't take a chance on myself to go ask that person on a date? How many of you have seen a super attractive girl in a fitness center or at the bar on Saturday night that you don't feel like you can just go up and talk to? Let me know in the comments. How many of you have ever felt like that? That is a belief system. We are all equals. There's nothing saying that that person is better than you because they're physically attractive. You're physically attractive as well. You have your own qualities as they do. We are equal beings. And when you stop living in the vertical relationships that these physically attractive people are above you, you bring it back to all being equal. It doesn't mean that we like everybody. We need to be kind to have them like us back. It just means that you are free to be yourself, and that you have the courage now to be disliked by certain people, and it doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change your belief system. It doesn't change your level of consciousness. That is living above courage. That is living in states of love, joy, and peace, and gratitude for what we already have. You learn to be able to take a chance on yourself, on that attractive man or woman at the gym, and strike up a quick convo to see what the vibe is. And if that's a good convo, ask them for their number and go out for a little coffee date. And if they say no, you don't identify with it. You are not a prisoner of the old belief that that person is on a higher level than you. Everyone is on the same level. When you start living like that, you attract these people that you think are on a higher level because you're embodying the energy that you are equal to them. And being equal to them doesn't make you better than them. It just makes you who you are. And from a neutral perspective, it's okay if they don't like you. It's okay if they do like you. But you don't need it from them. You are who you are in the present moment. We are living in the present moment. And we allow reality to flow in and out. What is reality is what it is. You allow it to be, and you are free to be who you are now. And you don't need to change a single thing but the belief system. And when you start to do the inner work with meditations, and I'll give you one at the end of the video, you elevate your inner vibrational frequency that is in alignment with that career, that is in alignment with the relationships that you are worthy of. You change the self-worth from I'm not attractive enough to go talk to that person to I'm attractive enough to talk to anybody. It's who you choose to be with. And if they didn't resonate with you when you took a chance on yourself, it's okay, because there's going to be someone who's more attractive and has a better personality and resonates with the true you. So keep trying and stop creating a false belief system. Stop being victim to these bars that are the subconscious blockages to feeling pure love throughout the whole body, and being willing to learn new things about people and learn new things about yourself. And you're not going to be able to create the best self like is most topics on this channel is creating the best self. But in this one, it's about being aware of what we are a slave to, what we are a prisoner to. and start to go in to a meditation and view what it is that is a blockage in there from the past, and learn to accept that reality. And that's the only way you're going to be able to move past it and allow it to be. And whenever it comes up, you can let it go each time, because it flows in and out of the body. It doesn't come in and make you feel uncomfortable and then you suppress it. You let it come in, you deal with it, and then you detach the thought attached to the feeling, allow yourself to deal with the feelings, and then it dissipates from the body. Like I mentioned in the letting go technique video, you become that is a conscious being, that is an awareness, that is loving. Like I am on these videos, I am a loving being that trusts who I am, a YouTuber that does personal development content. I'm a spiritual teacher. I teach people things I've learned and the principles that have changed who I am, and I'm teaching you to apply them to your life. And I'm going to attach at the end of this video a very good meditation for you to elevate your inner vibrational frequency to that that's living in a higher elevated state. So you're going to be in a high vibe state if you practice this meditation for 21 days to lock it in fully. And you're going to start to live a better life and attract the things and people and opportunities to you that you truly deserve. I thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.